I
Dun
missed
dun
you,
dun dun
boat.
dun 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 dun.
It's the stage in which Sonic Rush gets his Sonic Adventure 2 on.
Oh yeah, they have the random gun robots here for some reason.
What exactly is the huge crisis?
Boat, he's sick. We're going inside of him to kill all the robots that are infesting him. We'll save you, Boat.
Now, the huge crisis.
We
is
need
the-
you to get up the mountain later.
The huge crisis. I would imagine the huge crisis is the name of the ship.
Well, that's a fucking obnoxious name for a ship. It's just
We're
like
calling this thing
call
the
it-
Purgatory, really?
It's a military ship. Of course, it has an obnoxious name.
We're calling this thing the Purgatory, really?
It's intimidating to our enemies.
I don't know. If you're saying that ship's a huge crisis, I think that's more of a diss on the ship than an intimidating factor. Because like,
No,
oh,
it's a huge crisis for the enemy when it appears in the field.
no, it's a huge crisis for them whenever they try to get the thing to move.
Welcome to the ship of lost souls. But the back of the boat says Honey Bunch.
Lost souls.
I want someone to name a military liner the Brady Bunch. Just name it the Brady Bunch, throw it in a battle somewhere, and watch the enemy crack up. And then
Hey, sir, we
here's the
found our
final-
new. Okay, here are the newest shipmates for the huge crisis. This is Gilligan, and this is the skipper.
The Professor and Mary.
Yeah, very yeah.
You see, this would be a whole lot easier if I actually played Elite Beat Agents.
Why?
What?
Because
Elite Beat Agents doesn't play like this.
don't you do lots of tapping really fast?
You do a lot of different kind of tapping, not just necessarily poking something.
Yeah.
sort of a rhythm game, isn't it?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, have you guys ever played the Algorithm Final Fantasy?
I played the demo of it when I went to PAX East last year.
Wait, that thing with all the Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah.
It's this idea, but with music instead of fighting.
I don't-
Still better than the cell phone game.
Yeah, it's better than DLC the game.
Plus a
Random-
dollar, plus a dollar, plus
Random,
a
no,
dollar,
random DLC, the game.
plus a dollar, plus a dollar, plus
Oh,
a dollar.
that.
You want Cloud? You get Shintoto. Who? From Final Fantasy XI. What?
What's that? You already have 5 errors? Well, here's another.
That was an obnoxious idea, and I hate Square.
It was at that point. It was just sort of taunting us because that's all the bravest, right? At that point, people thought that was going to be the translated name for Bravely Default Flying Fairy because Bravely Default Flying Fairy is such an Englishy name I can't even stand it. And it's like, nope, it's cell phone game that everyone hates. Ugh, fuck
That
Square.
game did that game come out yet?
Then no, it's out in Japan. It's coming out in the U.S. in 2014, and Europe's getting it before that.
Every so often, game developers come up with ideas that are just so blatantly obnoxious, I can't think of why they made it past con.
Oh,
Yeah,
look, Sonic's
that
got the
too.
silver version. Okay, only 3 more.
That's odd. The silver emerald's usually the last one you got.
No, it's
No,
almost
it's
always the 5th one.
Yeah.
It's just, at some point, you have to wonder what they were smoking, because the ideas are so blatantly bad that anyone with half an ounce of business sense should have been able to spot how bad they were. It's just, I don't...
Remember, Lewis is the same company that thought Tomb Raider had to sell 8 million copies to be successful.
Oh,
That's
That was
bullshit.
because they spent budget on that game that they had to make a certain amount of money, and they didn't.
Well, it's just such a problem when games are getting so expensive that they need 8 million sales in order to even break even.
Well, not
Just
only
like-
that, it's just extremely disheartening because Tomb Raider still sold like
3.5
It sold
million.
3.5 million copies within like the first month.
last I checked, that was a critical success.
That is
I
just-
can think of like 12 games that would kill for those kind of sales.
Anything made by Atlas.
Yeah. I don't think any Atlas game is.
deserve than they get. But it's just, and you know, that kind of thing is going to kill console gaming, and I hate it because
It's
there's
only
no-
gonna get worse from now on because with the PS4 and the Xbox suck, games are only gonna get more and more expensive to make if they want to take advantage of the graphics. It's not looking good.
Well, they're not taking advantage of graphics. They're taking advantage of realistic fish AI that swims away when you get near them.
What about that dog, Ryan? Can't forget about the dog.
That dog's gonna die.
I predict in due time everything will be all digital to reduce distribution costs.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll really change things all that much.
Oh, it will, because you don't have to spend anywhere near as much on packaging, discs.
Yeah, this distribution costs are actually a pretty big chunk of what it costs to put out a game.
Well, everything that they save in packaging costs is going to be eaten up by the increased server space they're going to need to make downloads like that happen.
Memory's getting to the point where you really it's pretty much negligible.
Server space.
People have downloading to get Fire Emblem Awakening on 3DS downloaded.
Well, that's because it's Nintendo.
My fucking toaster has a terabyte of space.
It's terrible. It's just server space becomes less and less a thing with each year that passes. So it's not really,
It's not as big a deal as it was
10 years ago by any stretch. What am I? I'm trying to. It's just game companies are run by corporate people. Corporate people have no sense of what they're actually. They just want to make money, so they don't really think about what is going to make a good game. They think about what's going to make a good trailer. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean, Lewis.
Welcome to Hollywood.
More or less. And, in gaming terms, that translates to fucking fantastic graphics and making your game look as pretty as it can.
No, the thing is that there's a lot of the time lately, there's a lot of focus on realistic graphics, which doesn't really impress me all that much, because there's like a that sort of thing. You want to know what the best looking game I've played in years is? Muramasa the Demon Blade, which is a Wii game that came out in 2009.
Yeah, art style is a big thing, but it's also another big thing that people who don't into art aren't going to think of.
I'd take a game with an amazing art style over any realistic styled game.
Wind Waker still looks better than Skyward Sword.
That's partially a taste thing.
Yeah, I was about to say that, actually.
I can appreciate realistic games, but I really like games
2D trees.
It depends on what kind of game you're going for, and what sort of tone you're trying to set. Like for Tomb Raider, realistic art style is perfect for that, specifically the new Tomb Raider is what I'm saying. Crushers.
I hate that. I feel
at the very least, the checkpoint's right there.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't
get me
that
wrong.
Checkpoint there because of that.
But you see, that's something back to Sonic for once. The Sonic level design has been obnoxious about that for the last 10 years.
That sort of shit started in the advanced game.
Yeah, it was also in some of the 3D games, too. They put an obnoxious fucking instant death obstacle, and instead of taking the obstacle out because it's obnoxious, they'll compensate by putting an extra life and a checkpoint in front of it. Okay, that's fun. I really like being sucker punched in the dick, guys.
You punched me in the dick.
They did it again!
Christ, man.
Granted, that sort of thing is really... It's fucking ingenious from a Dr. Eggman point of view. But then again...
At least make me be able to see the Crusher thing above me, or so I
but
can
I say that from a Dr. Eggman point of view, in the one level in the game that probably wasn't built by Eggman. Great.
The thing here is that it's hidden in the little mid spot between the two screens, so there's no chance for me to react.
Yeah, that would have been a good... That would have been a good place to use the top screen if the top screen helped at all.
I just noticed. What are we
really in Flash, the top screen's only there so you can have a few cool points where you switch from the top screen to the bottom spot.
I just noticed we're fighting gun bots.
Yeah,
we mentioned that early on.
Started the stage. It was when I said this is the level where Sonic Rush gets its Sonic Adventure 2 on.
I see.
We're in a gun military ship.
What the fuck's the deal? This is after Adventure 2, I think that's safe to assume.
They thought Sonic was Shadow again.
Oh, Christ.
No, what actually happened is
They thought Sonic was Eggman, nigga.
He needs to go through this area. He's gonna fucking blow up every robot he sees on the way.
No, they thought he was Eggman, nigga.
Yeah. Now you assholes are just...
Well, you know, I have these two colored eyes for a reason.
One sees Shadow all the time, one sees Eggman all the time.
This is Sonic just being a dick about games about the game that happened 3 years ago. You guys,
Throw me into prison, will you?
I'm the huge crisis.
Well, you know, I like to, in my headcanon, actually, Eggman Nigga hacked their shit, and all these robots are being controlled by it. That's what I think. That's what I like to
You're
imagine.
thinking too much about it.
It's justification, but
High recolored boss fights.
Why do we
Also-
have one of these?
Why? Yeah, this is just Sega being fucking dips. Sorry, this is Sega and dips being fucking lazy.
Here's the problem, this boss is somehow even more obnoxious. Well, it's easier and more obnoxious than the first level boss at the same time. I don't know how they managed that shit.
It tracks you more relentlessly when you move.
No, no, you can dodge that no problem. It's easier because of the fucking bullshit instant death move. The problem with this boss is that it's more obnoxious because eventually it'll start spawning missiles, which you can't counterattack and only serve to waste your time. Like, see here, he's going to go to do a missile attack where you just have to spend like a good 10 seconds dodging missiles with no chance to attack him. Or they could just, you know, shoot anywhere but at me. That works too.
Oh, nope, they got you.
yeah. Just open your big mouth, Ted.
Yep.
Well, you see, Sonic is Chaos incarnate, so you have to attack him with an equal amount of chaos to win.
But that attack...
Face floor.
One red Pikmin isn't going to break that in any time soon.
God, that Xbox One announcement was shit.
Oh, let's talk about the X-Bone.
No,
No,
We're
not
doing
now.
that
Not
enough.
Not
now.
We're not
now.
going to be
Not
doing that
now.
enough when we do the E3 video, which might as well just be called 3 hours on why Microsoft sucks this year.
What were you saying earlier, Ted?
I was making a joke about Pikmin. I don't really remember.
You'll hear it on the
Death
playback. X-Bone.
Oh wait, I remember. There are times when this asshole will shoot missiles, come back to go into his head-banging group, but then go back and immediately start shooting more missiles, not even giving you a chance to counterattack.
Tagging. Oh, so Eggman's not trying to kill us in the first place. He's just rocking out.
Oh, our soundtrack this time's being done by the Design Radio guy. Ooh, I love his work.
This is the Metallica, Master of Puppets.
Scratch-cha-cha!
Actually, the super headbutt is a one-hit kill.
Yeah, really super easy to dodge, though. It's just like he's up there for like 10 seconds in the air.
Shit.
The only reason you might not dodge that is because you want to stand close by so that you can counterattack it.
You know, what gets me, something that gets me, the triple head bang thing, it shifts a millimeter in your direction for every headbang.
I think it's more just
why
that it's
are
trying
you even
to... It's just trying to hit you.
It's trying. I mean, it's like, why are you trying to move at that point? You're not actually moving at all. You're just looking to the sides, ever so slightly.
Well, that was a waste of a boss fight.
That was a waste of a boss fight. The most boring boss in the game.
Ugh.
Just
I hate all of them.
Okay game.
I hate all the boss. Whenever I go back to Sonic Rush, I skip every single boss fight. I hate these fucking things.
Yeah.
I do like that little jig that Sonic does though when he defeats a boss.
You mean when he flashes his crotch at me?
Yeah.
One of these days he needs to do the Crash Bandicoot gotta jump dancing.
I want to see Sonic do that just for reference point.
Well, thanks to the modding community, it is now possible. Get to it.
Yeah, all you have to do is take the animation from Crash and put it into the code for Sonic, and then you're good to go.
First filmmaker, make it happen.
They did that with, I think with there was a Banjo-Kazooie mod where they took the models from Nuts and Bolts and the animation from the 64 game and put them together, and it actually moved pretty smoothly.
I'm sorry. All of Blaze's dialogue in this scene just translates to the word soon over and over in my head right now.
I don't need your help. Go away. not like I like you or anything.
Sexual tension, sexual tension, sexual tension.
They're fucking different species. That's disgusting.
Hey, it still happened in '06, Ted.
Ted, Archie would like to have a war with you.